Hey y'all, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to paint this stacked snowman sign. So to start off, I just have this piece of pine wood. I have it stained in dark walnut by Minwax. It is 32 inches tall and about 7 inches wide. This was a piece of scrap wood that I had, so you can make it to whatever size that you prefer. And for the paintbrushes, we're using this pack from Walmart. The first paintbrush that I'm using is 3/4 of an inch wide. And the paint that I'm using first is Waverly Chalk Paint Snow White. So the first thing we're going to paint is a little snow embankment down on the bottom of the sign. So I'm just loading up my paintbrush and just painting that right across the board. It doesn't have to be perfect. Most of this will be covered with our snowman and some of our tree anyway. So now we can move on to the tree, and these are the three paints that I'm using. So I'm using Waverly Chalk Paints Moss and Ink Black and Mountain Forest by Apple Barrel brand. And I'm just mixing my two greens together, but I'm not fully mixing them because I do want them to have some shading in them, some different tones to them. So that way it has a little bit of a textured look. It kind of looks more like individual branches and doesn't all blend together. And I'm starting in the middle of where my tree is going to be, so that way we can gradually make it wider until we achieve the look that we want for our tree. So that way you don't start off making it too big and you can just adjust it as you go. And I do want some deeper undertones in this as well, so I'm adding a little bit of black into it just to deepen the color a little bit and to also add a little more shading to it. And an easy way to achieve that pointy end of your branches, you'll just start at the top and just kind of flick your wrist out to the end of the branch. You do need to have a decent amount of paint on your paintbrush though, because if it's too dry, it will be more fuzzy on the end instead of a clean little point. Which having a little fuzzy on the end is also okay. It gives it more of a realistic look, so it's just all in your preference on how you want it to look. Some parts of my tree has the fuzzier end instead of the more pointy end. I just kind of mix it in as I go. Sometimes I don't have enough paint on my paintbrush, but we're just going to keep working at it until we achieve the look that we want. And I always start from the bottom of my tree and work my way up, so that way it's overlapping and we have more of a layered look for our tree. So now I've reached the top of my sign as far as I want to go anyway, because I do want to leave some space for my little snowman at the top for him to add the little star on top of the tree. And if you find that you have any bare spots or some of your paint's too thin, you can go back in and just add a few little brush strokes in there and blend it right into your tree. So this is how I'm going to leave my tree for now, and we can move on to painting our little snowman. So I always start off by just sketching out my little snowman. So I'm using my white paint pen for this. This paint pen's kind of dying, but it's enough just to give me an outline to go by. I do this just to try to avoid any mistake of potentially making my snowmen too big and not spacing them out properly. It just ensures that I have them spaced out how I want them before I commit to fully painting them. And if you did find that you made your snowman a little too big on the bottom, you can always just make the snowman on top like a little baby snowman or just a smaller snowman, just so that it all fits together. So now I'm just going in and filling in our snowman with the Snow White Waverly chalk paint and just following right along to the little sketch that I made. And you may have to do 2 coats of this, so I'm not being super neat with my brush strokes. I'm just trying to fill it in for the most part, because I'm just going to go right back over it anyway. And I was a little worried once I got to this point that I did make my snowman a little bit too big, but it ended up lining up just right for their little arms to be reaching up to put the star on the tree. I have made them too small before, and it still worked out. You can just make it look like they're trying extra hard to reach the top of that tree. So now I'm going in for the second coat, and this is an optional step, but I do like adding a little bit of shading to my snowman, so I just do a tiny little bit of black paint and just mix that in right on the edge of our snowman's body. And if you accidentally use too much black paint, you can just wait for it to dry and brush over it, or you can just mix in more white paint to blend it even more. I just like doing this extra step because it gives it a little more of a textured look and a more three-dimensional look as well. So now that all of my snowmen are completely painted, we're going to add in their cute little details now. And this time I'll be painting my scarves and my hat red. Last time I did them in blue for my Facebook Live. I'll share a picture of that over in the corner for y'all. And I'm using a smaller paintbrush for this part, but honestly y'all, I would say use a larger paintbrush just because it's easier. You won't have to do as many brush strokes. Also, my crimson paint is pretty old. It's from last Christmas, so it's almost dried up, to be honest. I had to add a little water to it to try to thin it out some, but I really wanted to use this color. I really love the look of this red, so we just persevered through this part. And I'm sticking with the same style for what they're wearing as my other snowman signs. So my first snowman on the bottom has a stocking hat, and the one in the middle is going to have little earmuffs, and then the one on the top is going to have the classic top hat. And for his top hat, I'm using a thicker paintbrush just to make this part a little bit easier and faster. So I'm just painting a little rectangle on top of his head and kind of curving it a little bit so it looks like it's actually sitting on his head. And I also want him to kind of look up a little bit as if he's looking for the top of the tree. So I'm painting it kind of at an angle so it looks like he's actually looking up. And this is another optional step, but I do like adding in a little bit of shading to their scarves and their hats and everything just to add a little more texture, give them a little more of a three-dimensional look. So I'm just taking a tiny little bit of black and then just mixing in the red with that so it kind of blends together but still has a little bit of a shading look to it. And I'm mixing in a little bit of white for the fluffy part of his hat and then adding the little pom-pom on the end of his hat, and I'm not cleaning my brush with this. I'm okay with it mixing a little bit with the red. So now we're going to add in our glitter details. So I had this glitter paint that I got from Walmart a couple of years ago. I thought it would be perfect for this since it is a red glitter. It would go right along with their red scarves. On the previous signs that I made like this, I just used some Mod Podge and sprinkled on some glitter. You can do that as well if you prefer. This was just something I already had on hand and I wanted to add a little sparkle to my sign, so this was perfect for this and made it super easy. So now that we have their little hats and scarves, we can move on to painting their little faces. Whenever I'm painting snowman faces, I always start with their nose just because it's easier for me to figure out the placement for their nose. It gives me kind of more guidance on sizing and placement for their eyes. This is just the easiest way I've found to always have a cute little snowman face, so I hope it's helpful for you as well. And now to do the other little details of their eyes and their mouth, I'm using my black paint pen and I'm just drawing some small little eyes right above their nose. And I love doing little squiggly smiles on my snowman, so I'm just doing a happy little squiggly smile. And I'm also drawing on his little stick arms that he's using to hold up his buddy above him. I usually do paint these with some brown paint and a super thin paintbrush, but it is easier just to draw them honestly, so it really just depends on which way you prefer to do that. And I'm finally adding the little headband for our little earmuff snowman, and I'm just drawing that on with the paint pen as well. And normally I do paint my snowman to where you can see both of their arms holding up the snowman, but this time I only have one little side of them showing, so we're just doing one little arm on both of our bottom snowmen. And for our top snowman, we're going to have his arms stretching straight out because I do plan on adding in a little star right here, so just wherever you think you're going to place your star at. And we have to add our little buttons on our snowman's chest, so I'm doing the first one kind of at an angle since he looks like he's more tilted, and then the rest of them are going to be kind of centered on their body. Now usually I paint my star on my sign, but this time I'm going to glue on one of these little rusty stars. I wanted to make it a little more three-dimensional, and I also wanted to add some little lights for our tree, but instead of actually adding lights like our last one, I'm going to try to paint them. So I'm going to show y'all how to do that. So I'm using a yellow paint and a white paint and kind of mixing those together. And you'll start by just doing a little dot on your sign. And I'm using this fluffy pointed kind of mop style paintbrush, and you're just going to place that point right in the center of your dot and just swirl in a circle. And you want to do this while your little paint dot is still wet, so that way it blends it out and gives it that blurry look as if the lights are glowing. And you're not adding any paint to your mop brush, you're just using that as a dry brush to blend it out. So here's a closer look so you guys can see. So I'm just placing that point right in the center and just doing a little circular motion with the exterior parts of the brush. Now this may take a few tries to get used to. You can practice this on a piece of cardboard or something if you want to at first, just to see if you can get the hang of it. They don't have to be perfect, and if you do make any mistakes, you can always go back and just brush over that with your paint and just cover that up. And I do add in a little dot of solid paint in the center just to give it a little more brightness as if the actual light bulb is shining. This is one of those illusion type paintings anyway. When you pull away from the sign, you'll see how it looks like it's actually glowing, and it doesn't have to be super perfect either. But now my star doesn't really stand out, so I wanted to add a little shine around that, so I'm just kind of painting some little lines off of that to make it look like it's shining as well. But me being me, I still wasn't very happy with it, so I wanted to add a little glitter to it to make it sparkle even more. So I'm just adding some Mod Podge over top of my star, and then I'm going to sprinkle on some gold glitter. So now it's super sparkly, stands out a little more, and I think it's more like a star should be. Now for our final step, y'all, we're going to seal the sign. So I'm using this Rustoleum 2x Ultra Cover and just spraying that right over the sign, and we're just going to let that sit for a few hours and our sign will be ready. And one thing I always love about sealing my signs is it brings the color out in the paint, so it just makes it look even more vibrant and even more beautiful. And this sealer does protect it against the weather. You may have to reseal it every 6 months or every year depending on where the sign is kept, but typically it'll be fine being left out in the direct weather. but I just love this cute little snowman sign. I really hope y'all enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and thank you so much for watching.